All right, we're gonna check out what happened to Johnny Somali's best friend. Yeah, yeah. Ever since shit was going down, they've been trying to like fucking delete a lot of their videos or hide their content so that nobody can keep track of how many times they keep fucking up.
Well,
So
well,
we'll
well,
see
it
what's going
looks
on
like
here.
someone is. Well, 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 it looks like someone is starting to feel the pressure. Today, we have an update on Hank. As well, we have an update on the nuisance streamer Ice Poseidon. It looks like he's up to some really scummy business. And make sure to watch the video all the way till the end because at the end of the video, I do have a channel update. But first, let's talk about Hank. So if you've been watching the saga, you know that Hank has been suffering the consequences of his association with Johnny Somali recently.
Yeah.
His gym membership was canceled. And earlier this week, Legal Mindset dropped the bombshell that Johnny Somali was being investigated for a new crime. And that one was long overdue. Honestly, the
Yeah, it
creepy
was the
stuff
the
that he has
the
said to
children
young
stuff because he
people
went
in
on to
South
that
Korea is disgusting.
he went on to
And
that like
maybe that was just too
Zoom.
much for
It's
Hank
like a
because what he
Zoom-esque
did is
website
he started
where
deleting
he
every
started
single
talking
video
with
off his YouTube
minors, and
channel.
it was just like
If you go to
holy
his
shit, dude.
YouTube page, which is called
And he was
Hank
saying
the
some
Tank, and
not so
the
good
URL
things,
is at
things
Hank
you
U
probably shouldn't
Live.
be
He
saying,
has the
right? So it's
458
like
subscribers, but no more videos. They are
even
all
bad.
gone.
It's
It
even
looks like
worse.
he is
Sorry,
completely trying to
even worse.
distance himself from Johnny Somali. But sorry to tell you, Hank, it is way too late for that.
Yeah,
The
I
thing
mean
with
they
Hank is
already
that he's been pretty
right. They
pissed
already
off with Johnny
probably
Somali for
upload
some
right.
time.
They already
Even when they
downloaded
were
or
live
got all the
streaming, the
videos they
vibe was
needed.
totally
So
off.
there's no
He
point
wanted
in
Johnny
deleting
Somali
all
to
that
calm down
information.
and stop acting like such an obnoxious drunk, and Somali just couldn't help himself. Now, eventually, Hank convinced him to totally stop streaming, and now he's going a step further where they are both completely deleting their social media presence. Johnny Somali made his Twitter post private, he got a video taken down, and now Hank wiped his entire YouTube channel. But that doesn't erase their crimes.
Yeah,
It
it doesn't
just
erase their
erases evidence that has already
yeah.
been
There's already
forwarded to the
they already have the
prosecutors anyway.
evidence.
Now,
So like it
regarding
doesn't matter what they
Trell,
did.
if you remember, I interviewed Trell last week, and he was supposed to get sentenced this week, where
Oh,
he is
this copycat.
facing, I believe, up to life in prison. Although it could be a very wide range, it could be 10 years, it could be 5 years. He's facing a lot of time for manufacturing narcotics.
Uh-oh.
And he got really, really lucky because his sentencing got delayed to September. So he has a couple more months of freedom, but I wouldn't count on it too much because come September, he will have to face the music. Now, this is going to play an important role for the update that I have later on for you guys in the video, but I want to tell you guys about the 4 eras of Johnny Somali in South Korea. First, there was the crash out era. He acted like a total maniac. He committed all the crimes, the stunts with the statues, getting drunk, and so on. The second era was the apology tour, where he's basically doing a bunch of insincere apologies to try to fix his public image. The third era, which is what we're in right now, is the purging era, where he is trying to delete every
all
single
the
piece of
I
evidence
mean,
of
yeah,
him from
sure.
the
I guess you
internet,
could say.
and he is remaining
I mean, it's already
extremely
too late though. He
quiet
has a
and
fucking
doesn't create any form of new content whatsoever and stays out of the media and out of the eye of the world. Now, the fourth era that is approaching extremely quick is the era of irrelevancy. Johnny Somali will be totally forgotten. No one will mention him besides when there's a legal
guess you could say
update, which
that.
will only be every couple of months. And he will be totally forgotten and irrelevant. So if you ask yourself, what kind of content am I going to make on Johnny Somali when he's in the era of irrelevancy? I'll answer that later on in the video. But first, let's talk about Paul Danino, which is Ice Poseidon. He took a break after doing his 100 days of nuisance streaming, and now he's up to something extremely dirty. Take a look at this.
Uh-oh.
I understand that the
up to dirty
activities
shit
are
again?
likely to
Who would've
include, but not
thought?
limited to, the following: mental and emotional harassment, containment in prison-like conditions in small spaces, acknowledging that the activities are potentially dangerous activities and involve the risk of personal or psychological injury, pain, suffering, temporary or permanent disability,
happening?
property damage, and or financial loss. Dude, what? We're not even bringing property inside.
Maybe like your socks or something.
All right. So, what you do to us, you're willing to permanently damage us.
No, but, you know, in case that were to happen, you're aware of it.
So let me break down what's happening here.
What?
Paul Denino, Ice Poseidon, is organizing some type of prison contest where the contestant will be put in some type of confinement and they will be mentally and possibly physically tortured by Paul Denino and his lackeys. Now, this contract is extremely scummy, especially when it comes to the prize money.
Yeah,
I understand that the host.
Yeah, that doesn't absolve you from crimes. If you're videotaping crime like that kind of shit, that's like criminal activity. Not gonna go well, buddy.
Will select one winner of the activities in accordance with the rules
is this
that
their,
are communicated to the participants. The winner will receive a cash prize that is estimated to be. What do you mean estimated to be 50,000? How is it an estimate?
It's estimated.
Did you just sneak that word in there so you could tweak it if you need to?
It's estimated.
No, these are those Jewish tactics, bro. What do you mean estimated, bro?
Shuvi, listen.
Why is it estimated?
This is legal talk, okay?
Yeah, and you can legally say that it's not 50K.
If you win, you'll get 50K.
Why is it estimated at 50K and not 50K?
My lawyer, his job is to make sure
that you have loopholes and escape routes at every corner.
To make sure that I can't get in any avenue. And if I decide to scam you guys, I could scam you, but I'm not going to.
I could scam you, but I'm not going
I could scam you, like you scammed me $600.
Given who Ice Poseidon already is, yeah, I mean, it's already, yeah,
so
this
what
is already
he's doing
suspicious.
right there is scamming with a little touch of gaslighting. In the contract, it says that the prize is estimated to be $50,000. That is not legally binding. They could estimate it to be $50,000 and it turns out to be $4. There's nothing wrong with that. It was just an estimation. And that's why he's trying to put these scummy little fine prints in there to scam his friends. At least they think they're his friends, but he's just using them for money. This guy Shuvi is a total dumbass. Without skipping towards the end of the video, do you think this kick streamer is going to sign this contract? Let me know in the comment section below.
Yes, he's going to sign it because he's a fucking idiot.
Like,
what?
The most obvious loophole to not pay and legally scam us ever.
Do you know what the word estimated even means?
It's estimated. It's a guess. It's an approximate.
If I were to give you 5K for winning, that is nowhere near an estimation of 50K. An estimation is what I think and what everybody thinks the prize is going to be, which is what the prize is going to be. So if I give you 5K, you can argue how is
I don't
that
even know if there's
50K?
like a prize pool or anything. This just seems super shady.
Still, I just don't see why you wouldn't make it 50,000.
It is 50,000.
It's estimated 50. What are you estimating? You know it's 50,000. Eddie's gonna give you 50 bands to send to someone.
Do you want me to look up the legal definition of estimation?
Sure.
Jesus.
In legal context, an estimation generally refers to the approximate calculation or judgment of the cost, rather than a precise or binding figure. It's a preliminary assessment used as a guide.
So
You're
it's
not
a non-binding
guaranteed it,
figure.
though.
It's a non-binding figure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
you're
argument
not
that you could
guaranteed.
make is if I give you no money or if I give you 5K,
That's just
10K,
that's
you
just
could argue how is that an
a
estimation
ceiling
of 50K?
of the amount,
Because
the maximum
as it says
amount.
here,
Or
it's a
could be the maximum
preliminary
amount.
assessment.
You don't know
You
he's
would
gonna pay
argue,
you,
where did I
right?
get this
Especially when all
assessment
said
from?
it-
Yes,
when all-
preliminary, and then once you go through
Also,
everything,
there-
you can say,
right, there's
actually, we
no,
had to allocate some funds into this, so the estimated prize actually dwindled down to only 5K.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
not gonna work in my
guarantee,
favor, because then the judge would be like,
There's
oh,
no
so you made a
upfront
compensation
guarantee that he's
50K
going to be paying.
before putting
Right, he
that
will pay you out
100% as,
for your
in the budget
service or
beforehand.
job.
So this shyster is talking about what the judge would say, but what he doesn't want Shuvi to understand is that it would cost tens of thousands of dollars to bring Ice Poseidon to court
yeah.
even get in front of a judge.
Because
so
the court
this
system,
little contract is a
people
cop-out.
forget the legal system is very expensive to go through. Right, you got to spend like a lot of money if you want to go through the court system.
It's a way to scam the participants without taking much responsibility. So let's just recap. Shuvi knows that he will get physically and mentally tortured, that he may die from this, and that even if he wins, he's not guaranteed to get $50,000. Let's find out if he signs it.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, you understand you could leave at any point.
Allegedly.
No, you just read it. You just signed it.
Yeah. What's the date?
The 18th. 6/18.
I'm surprised he even fucking. Why are you? Also, I wouldn't. I would also
that your
not take
signature? You
those
don't have, like, a real
contracts by
signature?
face value.
That's my signature, bro.
Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean a real signature?
Like, cursive.
I don't know what. I don't know how to do
Doesn't matter.
that.
It's fine.
Look at the sneaky look on his face. He can't even believe that this guy is dumb enough to sign it, but yet he did. Anyways, I do want to give you guys a channel update. Like I said, Johnny Somali is entering the arc of irrelevancy.
like these people are
and
there
there
for
won't
the
be
clout.
much to talk
Even
about.
if it means,
so what kind of content am I
even if
supposed
it means
to make about
risking
Johnny
their
Somali
life for
when
it.
there isn't? The
And
answer
that's how
is
fucking-
none. I don't want to become like
That's how
those
fucking
bullshit
stupid some
clickbait
of these
channel
people
where
are.
every day there happens to be breaking news, but it's all old bullshit that
I mean, you
happened
see
years ago,
some of the
and it's
people Aiden Ross
repackaged
hangs
to
out
make it
with,
look
right?
as it's brand new. I don't want to
Some
be
of them get into
dishonest, and I
some
don't want to treat you guys like that.
shady
You guys
shit,
deserve
right?
better. So there probably won't be that many Johnny Somali videos coming up in the next couple
just look
months
at Antonio
because he is
Brown,
trying
right?
to
He
be
got into
forgotten.
some
He's trying to stay
shady shit.
extremely quiet. And if there's no news, there's no reason to make a video. So I'm going to go back to covering other topics like the TikTok pranksters, the nuisance streamers that aren't Johnny Somali. It might not get as much views, but at least it'll be authentic, fresh
All
new
right, there
topics
you
to
have
talk
it.
about. And I really hope that you guys
Johnny
continue
Somali's
to
best
watch the
friends
channel,
just deleted
even though
everything.
it's not Johnny Somali
Hank,
related.
and then there
Thank
was
you so
Ice
much for watching.
Poseidon, and
Let's
then
get to 100,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
stupid shit in the streaming world, as usual, right? Oh yeah, isn't like Ice Poseidon like Asmongold's best friend? I'm kidding. Anyways, there you have it. If you want to watch 15 minutes of shame, he does more content, obviously, but he's just been on the binge of the Somali, Johnny Somali, Mr. Ramsey Khalid Ismail, because he keeps fucking up. But yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Give them like, subscribe. Also give us a like and a subscribe. Much appreciated. Have a good day. Don't forget to comment as well if you like. Please. Much appreciated. Have a good one.